torture, pain, injustice. For today's video, we'll tackle one of the country's finest controversial issues up to date, the death penalty. This is But first, also known as capital punishment, death penalty is an execution to an offender sentenced to death after conviction by a court of law of a criminal offense. It came from the Latin word caput, which means head, and capital punishment originally meant to literally losing one's head. There are 5 possible methods of execution: by lethal injection, electrocution, by lethal gas, hanging, and by firing squad. However, in the Philippines, the methods only used are death by firing squad and by electrocution, until its first abolition during 1987 and by lethal injection after its reintroduction during 1993.
Outside of such states as China and countries in the Middle East, the Philippines, before it abolished the death penalty in the year 2006, used to have the world's second largest population of death row prisoners, pegged at an estimated 1,200 people. According to Amnesty International, the commutation for those sentences by former President Gloria Arroyo also gave the Philippines the record of having conducted the biggest number of commutations in a single sitting anywhere in the world.
With the uproar nowadays over the Pangilinan law, which critics say have essentially allowed minors to commit crimes with impunity, a time occurred when the country really did and could legally execute a minor since they were considered adults at that time. Marshal Baby Ama, who was allegedly only 16 years old when he was executed by electric chair, was the perpetrator in this case. The legal age for males and women at that time was 16 and 14 years old respectively. Ama received his sentence after leading one of the largest prison riots in history, which claimed the lives of 9 inmates, one of whom was beheaded.
Only 2 countries in the world, the United States and the Philippines, have ever used the electric chair. In fact, it is still being used in certain US states today. After the United States brought in an electric chair in 1926, the Philippines adopted it. The chair was used in the United States until 1976, when the firing squad became the preferred method of execution. In its 50th year career, the electric chair took the lives of 86 death row prisoners, among them the 3 rapists of actress Maggie de la Riva, Baby Ama, and Manuel Rojas, would-be assassin Julio Guillen.
The passage of House Bill number 7814 is an attempt on the part of the government of the Philippines to reintroduce the death penalty under the leadership of President Duterte. This bill is technically aimed at strengthening the country's drug prevention and control. The Commission on Human Rights, under the leadership of Commissioner Gomez Dumpit, committed to tirelessly assail this abolished inhumane penalty, for it would violate international obligations made under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and its second optional protocol. As per him, death penalty is deterrent and does not improve crime rate, for it creates further problems in the disadvantaged, marginalized, and vulnerable sectors of the society. It is an irreversible sentence and only emphasizes further dangers in the Philippines. It is safe to say that capital punishment is indeed inhumane. Always keep in mind that us mortals should never dare to play as God. Our country is still currently striving and barely recovering from the wrath of COVID-19 pandemic. For the sake of our nation's unity and to fulfill the true essence of humanity, the Philippines should no longer revive death penalty.
Hashtag no to 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 death penalty.